First off, I'd like to thank Ren'Py for providing everything that we need to create this visual novel, and there will be a link in the description below, so if you want to check it out, go ahead. Hello, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be coding and creating a visual novel by the name After School Club. But before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that post notification bell, and don't forget to share this with some of your friends so that we can start to grow as a channel. So the first thing that we're going to need to do before even starting it is we're going to have to go and find a bunch of images, which I have gratefully done off camera. And I've found all of these images for you. I found like all of the school images and cafe images and like bedroom, all these bedrooms and night images and all of the character images that I created. And we have here, once I click this button, the whole entire game. So, which could be quite a mess to some people, but once getting into it, it actually is quite easy. And so, what we're probably going to start off with first is we're going to go to options, which I have done off camera, because we have to find this, we have to do the stuff like the about, so that when you go onto the game, you could click the about, and you could see everything that the game is about. And it's a whole lot of stuff. Once the game is released, if you want to play it, you can. Which we're not going to finish the game in this episode. It's going to take a while to finish it. But when you go into it, see the define config game. This will be the name of the game. So whenever someone searches this up, they'll find this and they'll be able to click on it and download it if they want to. And we're gonna go down, and I don't actually have the music yet, and so we're not gonna mind that. And we have all of the boring stuff is here because we have the time and the save directory, which is what I'll save it on, and so I'll be able to keep adding on to it. And we have the window icon here. If anyone wants to change this, they would have to make their own window icon, which thanks to the app that I make all of my intros and outros and all of the pictures and my thumbnails on, I am able to make this. And so I transport it here and I name it window icon GUI, and that's what this reads. And so the computer will take whatever you put onto here, and it will put that onto, like, for example, if I were to start the game right now, which I'm not going to do, it would show where the window icon would be. That's what image that it will show. And so we're gonna hop onto script here, and I did some of it, but I'm gonna show you what this could do, because if we use transform site left, and so that whenever we have a player or a character, that's what, and we put, like, for example, if I were to put here, show Serena at site right, then she would be at our right, at the right of our screen, like right around here, but to our site, like, she would be kind of in front of us just. But if I just put show Serena at right, then she would be completely far off to the right-ish. And but I use these I use these here, which they're your custom own areas, which you could do to these. You could like customize it, press transform site left, then you could put whatever access points you want to, but as long as it's somewhere to the left or to the right. But mainly though, I'll show you how to make one of these games if you want to make it. But I'll show you, I'll work on the storyline together, and I'll show you about the choices, and like, for example, Doki Doki Literature Club, and all of those other games, like the visual novels and things, if you've ever heard of those. This is kind of basically one of them, but it's something, it's its own idea, it's like its own story, but you're able to make choices in that story, and that in which will change your whole entire story itself. So the game that we are going to be creating is going to be called After School Club. And we have all of our things. We have the images here. We have the GUI. We have all of the script. We have all the script RPY options, the GUI again, the screens, and we have all of the actions. And so the script is what the game reads as all of what the characters say. So if I'm to go back to here, the script basically reads off all of this and all of the code that if you decide to put in, which would make the game a game, it reads off all of this. And it's kind of, it's a lot of stuff to do, because first off, you would have to start off with like actual storyline. For example, I start off with my alarm clock goes off and I realized that it was the third time that it snoozed. I rushed to go change my clothes, brush my teeth, and I ran outside. And then I put show Serena, and I put it at a certain spot in the axis so that it's close to the middle, but it's kind of put over to the rightish. And she says, well, first off, before I say what she said, if you put these two here, the air quotes, then that is what it will say as like here, I'll show you. For example, here on this game that Ren'Py has actually created, I will go on here, and if I don't put the air quotes at all, and I just put here, for example, if I just put this, then it will just show as nothing really. It will just show as this. But then if I hold on, I'll have to. For example, if I put the air quotes there and I put me right there, then it will show the word me, and then it will put what I put inside of the other air quotes right next to it. And so for here it would show Serena, it's about time you come out. Right here, Serena, it's about time you come out. But yes, I'm sure I want to quit. All of this is basically just a storyline. The script is the storyline. Screens is basically what it will show as like all of the buttons and what it does when it comes to a choice, and basically defines everything. And so but the options is, I already told you that. The GUI is basically like the real script. Like the script should just be called the storyline, and the GUI is basically should just be called the script. So starting into it, I don't want to spoil too much of it, and so I'm not going to show the full thing, but for now I'm just going to show where the choices are. So example here, I put where is it? I'll put menu, and then here. This is what I would do for a choice. So I'd put menu, and then I would say isn't the office closed for like one choice. I would put ... for another choice, but then I would put jump, and it would wherever the next jump would be. For example, it's jump, and I would put choice 1 closed, and here it is, label choice 1 closed, and it would be like it would say menu flag true, and for the second one I would put menu flag false. For example, which one is a good ending and which one is a bad ending. And in this case, both of them are bad endings. Just putting that out now. I'm not actually changing too much of it in this episode. Just kind of showing you what the studio is. But if I were to go to a more complex choice area, I would put here menu, and then I would put talk yourself out of it. Yes, we are together. Or I would just put ... And then I would have choice quiet. I'm gonna jump to choice quiet because I don't have anything written in choice quiet right now. And so let's go down. Because you would have to write, if just letting you know now, if you do decide to, let me just put this here. If you do decide to make different storylines, then it's going to be, like if you put a choice there, you're going to have to put different choices and whole other storylines for every single choice that you decide to make. And so that's the only thing that's kind of troublesome if you ever decide to make like hardcore choices where the game if you decide to make it so that the game, for example, has one area where it has 16 different choices, then I would suggest to you that you would put the choice and then you would put else, so that once everything is over, you to save your own time, if there's different choices, you could put it so that it jumps to else, and then you could start the whole storyline there. But where I was here, I made a mistake here. I'm going to fix it. Quiet. And so from here I would basically start the whole storyline again, like every single time. Like for this one, I would have to start it from choice 1, lie. I'd have to put Mariko and start all from the very beginning, from where it started right here. So it's basically, I'm gonna read it to you for now. It's gonna say, because she gets really close to you, and so you say, Mariko says, I did not know that you guys were that close, and every time you want to hide a different character and change their expression or whatever, you'd have to hide what they're already as, or else it would just show that character so many different times, like that character here, and then it would overlap it with that same character in that same spot. So I'm going to have to change, there you go, site right. Yamori says, we're not. And then, if I were to pick choice quiet on the menu options, it would jump all the way here, and then he would say, Yamori would say, like, for example, just for an example, are you going to say something? Then if I were to actually be like working on it, I would put, because this is going to be like this, because I was thinking you would be able to choose your own name, but for alpha and for version 1.1, your name is probably just going to be Garo for the whole entire thing, which you'll find in options when you click about. But since we are kind of running out of time here, I kind of just wrote some storyline right now, and it says, well, because here I'm going, before I read it, it says in this one that you're going to lie, but on this one it says you're going to stay quiet. So on different choices you can make different things. For example, on this one you stay quiet for the beginning, but then you say something else on this, but then you start talking. So you don't really have much of a choice on this one. But if you go on here, which I finished and started writing out, which is a bad ending here, and you start talking, then you talk on the first one, the second one, then Mariko starts talking and says the same thing. He's going to say the same thing on all three of them, all three choices, but on different choices, Yamori thinks differently of the situation. And so on a few of them, on one of them, Yamori will think lightly on it and she'll pass, and then, but on two other ones, she'll get really mad at the whole situation and what happened, and some events will start to take place. I don't want to spoil it. So Mariko says that he didn't know that you guys were that close together, which you're not. And Yamori says, Garo, you're not fine with this, right? And you say, no, Mariko, you was just telling me a secret, that's all. She was just telling me a secret, sorry. And Mariko says, oh, sorry to misinterpret that. You say it's fine. Yamori was completely silent. Mariko says, let's head back to class now. Yamori says, right. And then there's going to be some other stuff. Probably I'm going to link it to this jump choice lie. Because I don't know how much quiet is going to be different to any of the other ones. But I know that on one of these it's going to be the good ending. And so I'm going to have to work that out. But yeah, we're kind of on a time cramp now. And so I'm going to quickly go on to the options and read some of it. So I'm going to read the about. So it says, welcome to the after school club. After a long day of school, you'll typically go home. This is, of course, until your childhood friend, Serena, tells you about the club that she likes to go to after school. However, the room of which the club takes place in is questionable, and was thought to be removed from the school. Rumors had it that things used to happen in that room, and that it was the janitor's closet. But you go in, and it looks completely normal. And there are multiple people there your same age. You are 18 years old, and it is your first year of college. Your name is Lero Marmont, which I'll have to fix because It's not Lero, it's Gero. And you live in Japan. Your parents had to go across seas to America for their work trip. When a hard decision comes, it's a smart choice to save your game and to continue playing. It's always okay to return. Keep in mind, it's always okay to return to a save file after finding out that your choices that you made are not the best. Inspired by Doki Doki Literature Club, it was made by Team Salvato. The choices that you make in game will affect your story as they will in reality. Created by developer Jake. Alright, but that's pretty much it for now, for this episode. I will be trying to work on the music, because no copyrighted music. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. Again, thanks for, everyone should go check out Ren'Py. There will be a link in the description below if you are that interested. But I'm suggesting all of you to try to make your own games, because soon, like for example, Fortnite. Yeah, I'm fine with Fortnite, but you know, it would be really fun if there were different games that were created that are actually popular, because so far I have never seen a game that was able to beat Fortnite so far. But there's all these cool games like Doom and stuff, but it would be cool if like a full-out visual novel was able to become popular again, and we were able to beat Fortnite or something. But for now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please don't forget to leave a like, maybe subscribe if you haven't already. Again, the link in the description below, and share this whole channel with some of your friends so that we can start to grow as a channel. Because I would like to at least hit 150 subscribers, and if this video hits 100 likes, next video I will show what this game is so far. But of course that requires you to like the video, subscribe, to hit the post notification bell, and share this with some of your friends again, as I said. But yeah, thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.